everybody, good morning. Welcome to the beach. It's so beautiful out here. So have you ever read something or attended a meeting or heard a message of some kind that really stopped you in your tracks? Made you really look inside yourself and think about some deeper thing, you know? So that's what happened to me. This is going to take a little backstory, I guess, because there's so much to this. And I wanted to share it with you guys. You know, this is the 8th month, August. You know, anything to do with recovery literature is going to be probably talking about the 8th step, which is made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. So, with that being said, I have a very good friend of mine who has been out there for a while now, several months, you know, had a few years of sobriety and began to struggle, and allowed that to take him out there, and he's been out there for a little while. I've tried to help over and over again, and I don't know, I always feel like there's this line between helping and hindering that sometimes I cross. I don't want to be somebody who is enabling someone, and so I set up boundaries, you know? Well, those are all things I don't want to do. I want to help, you know? I want to help my friend. I want to help save his life. But see, the problem is that he's not willing yet, you know? And so what that means is that if it's something that I don't want to do, I start to get a little bit ticked off about it, you know? Like, dude, do something about your life. You're pissing me off here, you know? Well, we all know that any form of anger that we hold on to becomes a resentment. And we also know that resentment is the number one offender. I can't afford resentment. So the bottom line is that I was angry at my friend for self-sabotage. Like, dude, get it together. I know you know how to do this thing. What is your problem? Just jump on board with the rest of us who are in recovery. I know about those feelings of coming back, you know, that feeling of shame and guilt and remorse and self-loathing and all of those kinds of feelings. I've been there. I know. Not all of us handle things like that the same. You know, I had to do what I had to do as well. Anyway, I went to a meeting yesterday. It was a daily reflections meeting, and this was from August 20th. And so I guess I need to read that to you so that you get an idea. I think it comes from page 80, which that's what I'm going to read. Page 80 from the 12 and 12. Okay, so page 80 from the 12 and 12. While the purpose of making restitution to others is paramount, it's equally necessary that we extricate from an examination of our personal relations every bit of information about ourselves and our fundamental difficulties that we can. Since defective relations with other human beings have nearly always been the immediate cause of our woes, including our alcoholism, no field of investigation could yield more satisfying and valuable rewards than this one. Calm, thoughtful reflection upon personal relations can deepen our insight. Yes, calm, thoughtful reflection. That's what I've been doing on personal relations. We can go far beyond those things which were superficially wrong with us to see those flaws which were basic, flaws which sometimes were responsible for the whole pattern of our lives. Thoroughness, we have found, will pay, and pay handsomely. Hey, I like the sound of that. So, here we go again. It's looking inward. I fell right back into the pointing fingers and developing a resentment over something that someone was doing to themselves. The funny thing is, after the meeting, we prayed the Lord's Prayer, and I heard everybody say, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." So that portion of the Lord's Prayer, it really hit me. I came to that realization that back when I was self-sabotaging, because that was my MO, I would destroy my life, and people would get ticked off at me. And I remember thinking, why are they mad at me? I didn't hurt them, I hurt me. I had no idea that I was hurting them as well. I had no idea the turmoil that they were going through as they watched a loved one self-sabotage. And that's what I've had to do with my friend. I've had to sit back and just watch him destroy his life, even though I know that he knows better. He knows how to recover from this disease. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is where it's at. I have no idea where he's at in his program or if he's even sober. But I'm having breakfast with him this morning, and I'm going to clear the air about why I've been distant lately and how I'm not angry anymore. I'm full of forgiveness, and actually I want to help. But I'm going to be careful about what type of help. I don't want to enable my friend, but I don't want to alienate him either. I want him to know that when that time comes, that he's ready to get back into recovery. When he's truly ready, his friend Earl is here for him. I don't want any doubt in his mind over that, because I am. And this is a friend of mine who I've known since before either one of us attempted to get sober. Now imagine if I weren't in recovery, if I weren't always looking inward for the changes that need to take place. I wouldn't be open-minded. I wouldn't be honest with myself, and I certainly wouldn't be willing to look at myself. These are the three keys: honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Those keys aren't just for the beginning of recovery, they're throughout recovery. By being honest with myself, open-minded to the fact that maybe I played a part in some of this, and willing to take a look at it and do something about it. Thank God. Because I do see my part. Otherwise, I would just be angry and resentful, and I would probably drink. So, as an alcoholic in recovery, I am honest, open-minded, and willing to look within. What part have I played in this? I'm angry at someone for self-sabotaging. And I remember self-sabotaging in the past, and people were angry at me. And I thought, why? And here I am doing it too. So like I say, I'm going to have breakfast with my friend. I'm going to clear the air and let him know that if he ever wants to get back into recovery or, just need somebody to talk to, I'm there for him. I love him. And most of all, I forgive him. And that's that. So, are you ticked off at somebody? Are you harboring a resentment? Are you just annoyed with someone, but on the edge of being angry at them over it? Do you have anybody in your life who is self-sabotaging? Are you angry at someone for doing something that you're guilty of as well? It's quite the realization. There's always room for improvement. We are not saints. What we claim is spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. if I just keep doing this thing, I will continue to live happy, joyous, and free. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you forgiven. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.